welcome back to my channel. It is officially August as I film this video, and as a Leo baby, that means my birthday is coming up soon. And by the time this video goes up, I'll probably be 18 already, which is so scary and exciting. But as my 18th birthday nears and I'm soon to become an adult, I thought I would make a video talking about 18 of the most important life lessons that I've learned so far. I have had a lot of very great and not so great life experiences that have taught me a lot of lessons up until now. Before we start, I want to say that a lot of the lessons in this video will be some tough love. It might hurt, especially if you haven't learned these lessons yet, and you might not agree with everything. And that's okay. This is just my opinion, and you can totally have your own, but I think and hope that all the lessons that I'm about to share will be helpful to you in your life. Some of these lessons I learned from my own personal experience, and some I've learned from the books I've read or the films that I've watched, and some are from stories of people that I know. I think all of them are worthy to know for anyone at any age, and they will benefit you at one point or another. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, number 1. The most important and lasting relationship you'll have in your life is with yourself. I'm starting with this one because I think this is a lesson that you start to see more and more as you grow older, and I'm already seeing this at 18 years old, which may seem old for some and young for many. I've realized this because except for my family, everyone that I have loved or was important to me in the past have come and gone. Life is really like a bus or a train. At certain stops, people step on, and at some stops, people leave. However, you are the driver and you will stay with you from beginning to end. This is why it is so incredibly important to have a great or even the best relationship with yourself. Okay, I just realized that I forgot to put my microphone on for the beginning of the video, but anyways, let's keep going. Okay, so we were talking about how you have to have the best relationship with yourself, but how? Well, like any other relationship, you have to work on it. Like any other relationship, spend time with yourself, buy gifts for yourself, treat yourself. Think of yourself, be considerate to yourself, and love yourself. Treat yourself with love. And I think it's especially important to spend time with yourself. That is when you learn to enjoy your own company and love yourself. Take yourself on solo dates, like go eat at a restaurant alone, go on a walk alone, or even go watch a movie alone. These things may seem difficult at first, but you'll soon realize that you don't have that big of an audience watching you as you thought you did, and spending time alone is actually really fun and therapeutic. Others will treat you how you treat yourself, so you have to treat yourself with love and respect, and also learn to value yourself and your time. It is never too late to save your relationship with yourself, so start now. Number 2, nothing in the world, not even the best or the worst things, ever last. During finals in middle school, I thought I would never survive and that this was the hardest life would ever get. I was wrong. Then in the start of freshman year, I thought high school would never be over, and I was also wrong. When I was in Disneyland with my best friends, I hoped that time would move slower, but it only went faster. Time is fair, and it can't be controlled, but it also just passes you by. Whether that is a good thing or not will depend on what is being passed by. But unfortunate for us, the best things in life will pass. And fortunately for us, the worst things in life will also pass. So never give up and always have hope in life. Appreciate what you have now, be grateful, and live every moment to its fullest. Especially if you are a child and not an adult yet, which I still am for a few days, definitely enjoy this time. Nothing lasts, but it will stay in your memory forever, so don't worry. The third lesson that I learned is that it may not be your fault, but it is your problem. Okay, I learned this, or actually I witnessed this from a young age. All kids complain when they get punished for something that they did not cause or they did not do. When they also get affected by the mistakes of someone else. For example, your friends get into a fight and you were standing nearby, but you weren't a part of it, but you still get in trouble by the teacher. Well, that is how life works. It may not be your fault, but if it affects you, it is your problem. If a guest sets fire on your house accidentally, it's not your fault, but will you just stand there and watch? No, because, it is your problem, and the same goes for everything else. If someone in your group does not do their part in a group project and all of you end up with a bad grade, yes, it is not your fault, but it is your problem. I've learned that sometimes you just have to be the bigger person and take the extra step to solve the problem. Instead of blaming others or blaming the world, just know that you might be helping others, but you are also helping yourself in the end. Number 4 is to say thank you and say sorry. I realized that so many people in this world never learned to say thank you and say sorry. They think that they don't have to say sorry and they have trouble lowering themselves to admit their mistakes. Me personally, I despise people without manners. Say thank you and sorry more than enough instead of saying it too little. No one in this world owes you anything, and you also don't owe anyone in this world anything, except for maybe your family. So say thank you if someone chooses to help you, and also say sorry if you hurt someone. It really is not that hard, and you are not losing face by showing basic manners. Thank you and sorry. Basic manners. Okay, number 5, your thoughts and your words reflect in your reality, and it reflects more on you than on other people. Your thoughts and your words are powerful. Trust me. If you are constantly thinking something, it's going to happen. That is also why when you are running late and you're always thinking, I'm gonna be late, it's almost like the whole world is against you and every light just turns red. It's because you're constantly thinking of being late. What you say also matters. If you are always saying, I can't do it or I'm going to fail, it is more likely to become a reality. So watch your words and watch your thoughts when you are speaking to yourself because it will manifest into your life. This also means that if you want something, think about it and speak about it often. Tell yourself that I can do it or I will succeed every day. It might seem delusional, but if you really believe in yourself and believe that you can have anything that you want, you will want to put in the work for it and it will come to you. However, it is also important to consider what you think and speak about to others, because it is more of a reflection on yourself than on others. If the first thing you think about when you look at someone is their body or how they look, maybe you are incredibly self-conscious about your own appearance. If you are always judging others for working hard or being a try-hard, maybe you are just trying to hide your frustration with yourself for not having the ability and discipline to put in the work you want to put in. Don't think ugly thoughts about a person because in reality, it only shows how ugly of a person you are. So instead of criticizing or judging others, it is important to always work on yourself first. Okay, number 6 is to never stop learning. My parents would always tell me the saying in Chinese, live old, learn old. It basically means that life is a long journey of learning and that you should never stop learning as long as you are alive. Even though I'm still a student, I think that this is very true. One should never stop learning and growing. When you think that you know it all, you actually know nothing. There is always something more to be learned, so always keep an open mind. And this does not have to be academics. This can be cars, beauty, drawing, a musical instrument, anything. If you are interested in it, the internet is definitely your best resource. Information has never been this accessible and everything you need to know is literally right at your fingertips. So use it and never stop growing your knowledge and your brain. Okay, number 7. You don't have to explain yourself to anyone, especially those who won't and don't want to understand you. As kids, I think we're always trying to explain ourselves to our parents, our teachers, our classmates, our friends, even our enemies. When they get mad at us or when we actually do something wrong, we are always rushing to explain why we are right or why we didn't actually mean what we did. But many times, the people we are trying to get understanding from don't even care to understand us. They are fighting to win the argument, not actually to be right. They don't care about your explanation because they are so caught up in their own way of thinking. Whether it is a debate between two opposing views, or it is you explaining a mistake that you made to others, think before wasting your time, energy, and saliva. Think, is this person worthy of my explanation? Are they actually trying to understand me and consider what I am saying? Or are they so caught up in their own emotions and opinions that they don't care about what I have to say? If the second answer is true, then stop. You are only wasting your time. And remember, your time is valuable. You should also consider if the person is even worth your explanation. If they are negative and they only bring you down in life, then it is better to get rid of this relationship. Value yourself and your time and stop trying to explain yourself to people who don't even want to listen. Number 8, never doubt or stop chasing your dreams because of the opinions of others. At some point in life, usually in your teenage years, everyone cared and worried about what others would think. When you maybe wore your shirt to school backwards on accident one day, you would be thinking about it all day and night. When the teacher called you out in class, you would be thinking about it and repeating their words in your head even when you're lying in bed. When you decided to start posting on social media and your friends found your account, suddenly you stop. Why? Why do the opinions of others matter so much to you? Is it their business? It is your life and your life only. You will be the only one who gets to stay with you for your entire life and get to experience every second of it. Why do you care if others think you are dumb or cringy or fake? If you are being genuine to yourself and your dreams and goals, that is enough. So many people in your life will only be there for a very short amount of time. Maybe a year, a month, a day, or even maybe just for those few minutes. If you cared about what each and every one of them was thinking about you, then you must live a very tiring life. Start living for you. If you have a dream, go for it. Don't care about what others will think or how they will view you. I find that a good way to do this is to repeat two phrases, none of your business and none of my business. You can also pretend that you are the main character and everyone around you are just NPCs. Would the main character care about what an NPC thought? No. I know this might seem a bit self-centered or narcissistic, but it is a good way to get started. You will succeed if you just focus on your goals. But if you are always focused on what others are saying or thinking about you, you will go through your life and only at the end realize that none of it was lived for you. Okay, number 9. It is okay if people don't like you, but there are benefits to being liked. Reputation is worth a lot more than you think. Similar to the previous point, it is okay if people don't like you. There is no way to be liked by everyone, and you don't have to be liked by everyone. However, if everyone doesn't like you, then maybe you should start considering some of your own problems. Because if 1 or 2 people have problems with you, then it may not be your fault, but if everyone has a problem with you, then yes, you are the one with problems. However, even if I say that you shouldn't care about what others think, that doesn't mean that you can just start going around hurting other people's feelings and doing whatever you like. Because at the end of the day, people and connections matter. They matter a lot. If you can get people to like you, do it. It will only help and not hurt you further down the line. There have been so many relationships that I wanted to cut off, so many people that I wanted to scream at, but I held myself and my temper back, and at the very end, I am so glad that I did. Reputation is so important. In school, in the workforce, in the world, reputation is everything. People will spread things about you, and some relationships or connections that you need may be broken because of some bad, not even first, but 0 impressions. You might find it harder to secure friends, jobs, opportunities because you don't have friends and a good reputation. So protect your reputation at all costs and only turn relationships ugly if you really have to. Number 10. People are fake. Never assume that you know someone because there is always more to people than you think. So many people these days put on masks. Everyone puts on masks. And that is normal because humans want to impress, and they have a tendency to want to share their best side with the world. You don't really know anyone but yourself. Well, maybe you don't even know yourself, and that's a problem you want to fix with lesson number 1. Even the people who are closest to you are probably hiding secrets, personality traits, or just things that you don't know about them. And I learned this the hard way a few years ago. There was a guy who approached me with a mask, pretending that he was so many great things that he was not. I almost fell for it, but I am so glad I did not, because in the end, when he took off his mask and showed his real personality, oh, was it ugly. I'm not saying that you shouldn't trust anyone, but be careful, especially with people who you don't know that well yet. If you have close friends and they are great people who you vibe with, then yes, trust them and also trust your own eye for people. They are likely still hiding things, but everyone is hiding something, and it isn't necessarily negative or worthy of breaking a relationship for. However, especially for important relationships like business partners or romantic partners, you have to be careful. People can be fake, and don't give away your trust too easily. Okay, number 11 is the best relationship advice that I've ever learned. Don't put other people on pedestals, or in other words, don't chase. If you are worthy, you will be needed. But if you don't have anything to put onto the table, you can chase others all you want, but they won't stay. This is true for all relationships, not just romantic. It can be friends, business partners, anything. The relationship will only last if both sides have something to offer that is equal in importance. It doesn't have to be necessarily equal completely, but at least you have to think that what the other person is providing to you in this relationship is valuable enough for what you are giving. You might be like, oh, that's not true, because true love is giving without the idea of receiving. No, I am sorry to crush your dreams, but it is not. You might think it is if, for example, a man is giving a woman a lot of money and gifts and the woman isn't giving the same back in return. But I am sure that the girl is providing something if the man chooses to stay. Whether that is emotional support or understanding, or maybe just a good time, but she is definitely providing something. There is no such thing as a successful relationship if one side is always giving and the other person just takes. It just doesn't work. There is an idiom in Chinese known as 势均力敌, and it basically means when two people or opponents are evenly matched, when one person is not necessarily any better or worse than the other. People say that you need this type of relationship, and I completely agree. If you are someone who doesn't like to exercise, who's always sitting in front of the television, eating snacks while binging shows, doesn't have any goals or aspirations in life, do you really think that someone who is fit, loves going to the gym, has a successful career, and has big goals in life will want to be with you? Stop dreaming. Instead of chasing others, you have to work on improving yourself. When you become your own ideal self and become so amazing, you won't have to chase. The right person, the relationship you want and deserve, it will all come to you. I know this might have sounded harsh, but it is the truth. So girls, stop chasing and start growing. Okay, number 12 is to look good, feel good. The world loves beautiful things, and although it sucks, looking put together will change how you feel and how the world treats you. Pretty privilege is real. Everyone is like, oh, I don't care how a person looks. I don't judge a book by its cover, but you do. If someone walks in wearing rags with oily hair and dirt on their face, you will form an opinion of them. As humans, we love beautiful things. That is why we love to go see the sunset, to travel to pretty places, and be with beautiful people. It's the same with people. Yes, you should definitely value your inner beauty more, but that doesn't mean your outer appearance isn't important. You should work on your appearance. Wear clean clothes, do your skincare and makeup. It is not only for other people to see, but more importantly for how you feel. When you put effort into your appearance and look better, you will also feel so much better. Number 13, you don't fail until you stop trying. When I first started my cookie business, no one, not even my parents, had confidence in me. They told me, oh, you shouldn't spend too much time on that now in your senior year of high school. They wondered, oh, who's even gonna buy your cookies? And to be honest, I didn't even know. I didn't even know how successful it would be. And for the first few weeks, months even, I was barely selling any cookies. However, I didn't give up. It wasn't until months later when my cookie business blew up and people from all around the country began buying my cookies. Thus, I didn't fail. Another example is when I first published my novel and barely any people read it. I think I may have made a few $100s from my first novel, but it wasn't much. If I gave up then, I would have never written my second novel, which blew up, got millions of views, and made thousands of dollars. You never actually fail until you give up and stop trying. No matter what it is you are doing, what goal you have, never give up. Always keep trying and you haven't failed yet. Only when you stop have you failed. So don't fail and don't give up. Number 14, never put a limit on yourself. Don't think that you can't do something just because that's what others told you or that was true in the past. You can do anything. As a kid, I always thought that I was bad at science. I don't know how that idea was planted in me or where I got it from, but from a young age, I just remember thinking that science is my least favorite subject and I suck at it. So I was probably the most shocked when I excelled in chemistry, got top score in my county's first-year chemistry exam, and even became a finalist in the US National Chemistry exam. It wasn't until then when I started to question why I even had that thought to begin with. Why did I think I was bad at science? Because clearly I wasn't. Never put a limiting belief on yourself. If you think you are bad at something, have you worked on it hard enough? Always question limiting beliefs on yourself. If you think you can't do something, you can't. Because you never will, and you probably won't even try. It is not until you believe that you can that you will be able to achieve your goals. The first step to success is believing that you can. And you can do anything in this world. Number 15, there is time in this world to do anything that you want. It is just a matter of whether you prioritize it or not. People always say, oh, I don't have time, but yes, you do have time. It's just that you don't prioritize the thing that you say you don't have time for. When you say you don't have time to exercise, it may be because you prioritize your studying more, or scrolling through your phone more, or sleeping more. You have time for anything if you prioritize it enough. If you really wanted to start exercising, you can cut your screen time. Or you can wake up half an hour earlier and get a workout in. You can make time for anything that you truly want to. Especially at 18 years old or younger, you have the time to do anything that you want. Even when you are older, it is never too late to do anything. You can be 50 years old, but if you want to start learning an instrument, start. It is never too late to start and try something new, even if you are just one day away from your deathbed. Number 16. You will always have regrets in life, so choose your regrets wisely. People try to make choices that they won't regret, but in reality, you will always have regrets. For example, when I was picking between going to Harvard or Stanford, I knew that if I picked Stanford, I would regret not going out and try living in the East Coast, and also regret the name of Harvard and the chance to live in a big city. On the other hand, if I picked Harvard, which I did, I would regret not staying closer to home and not picking the school with better weather and food. I would have regrets either way. I just had to pick the one with regrets that I thought I would be able to live with more. If you were deciding whether or not to start social media, you are choosing whether to regret never chasing after your dreams or regret having your friends laugh and talk about you right now. Which regret would you rather have? When making a decision, I always like to think which decision would make me regret not picking more. Which regret I would not be able to live with. And once you make the decision, you can't look back. I say there is no room for regret in life, knowing that you will have regrets in life, but also hoping that you won't dwell on those regrets. Don't waste your valuable life looking back and wishing that you had picked a different path or lived a different way. You can't change anything now, so look ahead and try to live in the future. You can't change anything now, so try to look ahead and live so in the future you won't have as many regrets. Number 17. Time is the most valuable thing in the world, and right now you have so much of it. You will never live this time of your life ever again, so have fun, be bold, and say yes. When I think that I will never be a child again, never be in high school again, even just never live this second again, I feel so sad and sentimental. But it's also exciting. This second is special, so you should make the most out of it. Do things that you love and don't let it waste away. Choose to have fun. Do things that excite you and maybe even scare you a little. Life is a one-way journey and you will never get this second or this experience ever again. So make it happy. Make it enjoyable. So when you look back, you can remember this second and be happy that it happened. And we have finally reached number 18. And number 18 is to trust. Trust in yourself and trust that God has the best in store for you. Everything is going to work out in the end. The future will work out itself, so don't worry too much and enjoy this moment. I look ahead in my life and know that there is so much laughter, pain, happiness, sadness, success, experiences, and opportunities waiting for me. I trust that God has the best in store for me, and I trust that I have the ability and determination to make my life the best it can be and achieve all my dreams. And you should too. So trust, because the best is yet to come. And that is the end of today's video. I know that this video was a bit longer, but I hope that it helped you. These are all lessons that I hold dearly to my heart, and they have all shaped the person I am today in some way. Please let me know in the comments which lesson was your favorite or the one that spoke to you the most. And if you have made it this far into the video, comment 18 down below so I know that you are a real one. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this weekly, and also follow me on TikTok and Instagram for more content daily. Thank you. Something a little bit different. I haven't exactly done a video like this, but I've been seeing like a lot of things on my feed, setting all these goals and just going into it with a really positive mindset, which is super refreshing to see. I thought it would be fun to make a little advice video for you guys. This is just like from my personal experiences. So I have my Starbucks got a strawberry acai refresher, as well as my pink cake pop. Of course I had to get the pink one. Got my pink laptop here with all of the things that I wrote down. I'm doing 18, like, to correspond with my age. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment, and let's get started. Okay, so starting off with number 1, growth happens the best outside of your comfort zone. If you're just always doing things that you know you're gonna like to do, not really venturing outside of that and like trying new things, you're never gonna discover passions that you may otherwise have never expected that you would enjoy. Or even if you don't necessarily enjoy it, still like could have good skills that you could learn.
what I'm basically trying to say is you're not gonna really experience any growth if you just stay inside your comfort zone. Sorry, I feel like I picked the worst spot to film this in because so many cars keep driving by. Number 2 is document your life. Pick something, whether it be a journal, a YouTube channel, just taking photos, anything like that. Have some outlet where you document your life, because I am telling you, you're gonna regret. You don't have things to look back on. Like, yes, you'll of course always have the memories, but you also sometimes might want to relive things. Like, I literally go back and watch my 8th grade DC trip vlog all the time, and I think it's so funny. I love that video, despite how cringy it is. But you don't even have to post them. Like, you literally can just vlog for yourself and then save them. Like, if you go on a trip or something and vlog it with your family, and then just have a little family night and watch it. Literally whatever you want to do, just find some way, I recommend, to document fun things in your life, especially if you're in high school. Like sophomore year, I literally didn't like make any vlogs, and I wish that I did now that I'm a senior, because I'm like, oh, I have so much time in high school, like I don't care. But no, like I wish I did do that. Number 3 is surround yourself with positive people who hold similar values to you. You guys may have heard the phrase, you are who you surround yourself with, and although obviously you are your own person, you also are reflected in those who you spend the most time with. If you ever notice yourself like picking up on what someone's saying, me and my best friend do this all the time. One of us will say something, and then the other will start saying that same thing, and it's not like you're copying them, it's just you're around them so much you kind of pick up on those things. So if you're around people who are saying negative things, who have beliefs that you don't agree with, you might start to pick up on those things, and then you're not truly being yourself. So just try to make true, genuine friendships and surround yourself with people that hold similar values to you and who you have things like in common with. Oh, okay, pop. 10 out of 10. Number 4 is a pretty cliche one, but everything happens for a reason. I solely believe this saying. Like, I absolutely think that everything happens for a reason, even if in the moment it doesn't feel like it. It did happen for a reason. Like, you're meant to gain something from it. It might not come right away. You just have to remain hopeful and kind of like try to like see that light at the end of the tunnel, I guess. The same thing goes with like the people in your life. Like, there are so many billions of people on this earth. Like, all the people you encounter, like, I believe there is like some reason for it. We might never know what that reason is. I don't know. Take that one how you will. Number 5 is appreciate the little things. Find joy and happiness in small things, such as sunsets in the morning, putting on a good song on your way to school, treating yourself to a little Starbucks every now and then. Go on Pinterest, figure out what you want your life to look like, and it doesn't have to be these big, excessive goals. Like, it can be very small things, and I think there is such value in small things because they all add up to create bigger things. And then kind of to go off that one, practice gratitude as much as you can. Like, there are so many, again, like small things and big things to be grateful for. And if you want to, like I've done this before, like make a gratitude journal. You could also just like open up your notes app on your phone and like make a list of things you're grateful for to look back at whenever you're feeling down. Everything that is happening, like there are always going to be things that you should be grateful for. And also, like if it's like people, like telling them that you're grateful for them. Number 7, I'm sure we've heard this a million times, but hurt people hurt people. People who are hurt themselves, who are not confident, are naturally going to want to seek validation by deflecting that pain onto someone else, whether that be like bullying them, just making fun of them. I literally ran out of storage as we were speaking. Like, that's so rude. Come on, phone. As I was saying, nobody that is like 100% confident in themselves is going to intentionally try to hurt other people. So just remember that anytime someone else is mean to you. Number, what are we up to? 8. Oh, this is a good one. And I actually have a little quote to go with it. Number 8 is caring about what other people think leads to regrets. And if you guys have ever read the book or watched the show Normal People, there is a amazing quote from it. It's a little bit of like a spoiler, so if you are planning on like watching or reading it soon, I would skip this, but if not, or like if you don't really care, it's not like anything major. But basically the characters were like secretly together in high school, not really like actually dating. They just like would secretly hang out because the girl was seen as like a weird girl and the guy was like super popular, didn't want to be seen with this loser. As an adult, he asks his high school best friend about it, and he says, oh, everyone already knew. Everyone in the school knew you guys were a thing. In his head, he says, this was probably the most horrifying thing Eric could have said to him. Not because it ended his life, but because it didn't. He knew then that the secret for which he had sacrificed his own happiness and the happiness of another person had been trivial all along and worthless. So if you get it, you get it. He literally wasted his entire high school hiding the fact that he loved someone just because he cared too much what other people think. So this obviously applies to so much more than like a relationship. Like for me with my YouTube channel, like I said, I stopped posting for like a year and a half because I cared too much what other people think, and now I'm just like, why? Like, why did I care? Number 9 is more of just like a general like tip, and it is to-do lists are so powerful. I moved because people got in the car next to me. I didn't want them to be in the background, to be disrespectful. Whoa, this is low-key a better angle. Why didn't I park here to begin with? But going back to what I was saying, I literally make a to-do list every single day. It helps me just to stay on track and like kind of block out how I want each day to look. I think they're a useful tool. They may not work for everyone, but I would say at least try it out for like a week. See if it kind of helps you. And number 10 is time flies, so enjoy the moments. It feels like just yesterday I was starting high school and now I'm graduating in like a few months, so it really does fly by. I mean, any like time in life, but specifically like high school, I'm sure college. So just like enjoy the moments. Number 11 is do it for your future self. This can be in regards to like doing homework. Get it done now so you in a few hours doesn't have to worry about it. Basically, like, this is another way to say don't procrastinate. My friends always ask like how I get things done so early. I never have homework. It's because I just utilize my time well and get things done right away so I can check it off the to-do list and not have to worry about it. Like if I have an assignment over the weekend, I'll do it Friday night and then be chill. That works for me. Some people I know like to crunch at the last minute. They work well under pressure. Me personally, I could never, but if it works for you, it works for you. But I like the motto, do it for your future self. Number 12 is rest is productive. So I don't mean just laying in your bed doom scrolling all the time is productive, because of course not, but resting your body, taking time to recover, relax for yourself is so productive and so important in being able to get up and do like other productive things that you need to get done. Get your sleep, get your 8 hours, take a nice bath, do some self-care, do a face mask, whatever. Okay, I think we're up to number 14.
Girl forgot all about number 13.
Experiences can be more valuable than material items. I actually just read a good book that talked kind of about like consumerism. That was a major theme in it. It's called The Compound. It's a really cool book. I highly recommend it. It's like a fiction book. I didn't mean it's like about that. Like it's not like a boring book. It just kind of had a very good lesson. Experiences are a lot more valuable than just buying things. Like it's fun to go and buy things, but honestly, like part of the reason why I like shopping so much is because I like the experience of going with my friends, laughing in the stores, driving in the car and listening to music on the way, like more than actually buying things. Number 15 is live in the moment. That just brought me back to my AP Lang essay throwback, if you guys took AP Lang last year and you remember that whole prompt about living in the moment. But it's true, live in the moment, be present. 16, we're up a few more, is you can look up to celebrities and like influencers, but don't worship them. They're human too. I feel like with like cancel culture, especially on like TikTok, this is a huge thing where we like put these influencers on a big pedestal and then they say something and then everybody hates on them when they are saying the same exact things that their friends. Like we just have to remember that they're human too, and we shouldn't idolize them. Like they're literally just living, filming their lives, like it's their jobs, so we shouldn't like view them as differently. Like yes, they have a platform and should use it for good, and if they do something they need to be held accountable, but I think that can be done without wrecking them as a person, depending obviously on what has been done. Okay, number 17 is slow down. I sound like Billy Joel but truly, like, slow down. Don't be so rush, go all the time. Like, I know I can be like that sometimes where I just need to do everything, be everywhere all at once, but truly just take it day by day. And just number 18, YOLO. You only live once. Make the most of it. Yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did like it, let me know so I can maybe make a part 2 or just something similar. I really enjoyed making it, other than the fact that I had to keep moving the car and there was probably some background noise. I mean, next time I can just film it in my house, but I don't know, I thought it'd be fun to film in the car. Get a fun little treat from Starbucks. Thank you so much for watching, if you stuck around all the way till the end, and I will see you guys next week. Bye. channel. So in today's video,